Have you ever finished a meal that was supposed to be healthy, only to feel heavy, tired, or strangely moody afterward? You might tell yourself it is just aging. But what if it is not? What if your energy, your hormones, even your sleep are quietly being disrupted by the way you combine foods, not the foods themselves? I am Dr. Lisa Perriera, a gynecologist, with over 30 years of experience helping women over 60 understand how their bodies change after menopause. And what I am about to reveal might surprise you, because even women who eat carefully and make good choices can unknowingly mix foods that trigger hormone chaos, leaving them feeling drained, foggy, and frustrated without ever realizing why. After 60, your digestive enzymes slow down, and your metabolism no longer handles mixed meals the way it did in your 30s or 40s. When you pair the wrong foods, such as fruit with yogurt or coffee with iron-rich breakfast, you are forcing your body to work against itself. Instead of supporting your hormones, you quietly spike cortisol, suppress thyroid activity, and weaken your body's natural estrogen balance. This does not just affect digestion. It can alter your circulation, your sleep, and even how much energy you wake up with each morning. According to research from the Cleveland Clinic, poor food combinations can cause blood sugar swings that mimic hormonal imbalance. Hot flashes, mood shifts, fatigue, and midday brain fog often appear when the body is simply confused by what it is being asked to digest together. You might think your hormones are out of control, but often it is your meals sending mixed signals. One of my patients, Margaret, 68, used to start every morning with fruit yogurt and coffee. She thought she was doing everything right, but by noon, she felt exhausted, anxious, and bloated. When we tested her cortisol levels, they were elevated almost as if she had been under stress all morning, all because of one seemingly harmless breakfast combination. Margaret is not alone. In my clinic, I have seen this pattern countless times among women in their 60s and 70s. Energy crashes after lunch, restless sleep, unexplained bloating, or that heavy feeling in the gut even after small meals. The good news is that once you understand which combinations to avoid and how to space your meals properly, your body responds quickly. Within days, digestion feels smoother, energy steadier, and your mind clearer. Today, I will walk you through the most common food combinations to avoid after 60, and how small, smart shifts can naturally restore hormone balance and vitality. No pills, no complicated diets, just practical science and awareness. Before we dive into the first hidden pairing that silently drains your energy, I would love to know where you are watching from. I see women joining from the United States, Canada, the Philippines, and the United Kingdom every week. So tell me your city or country in the comments below. It is inspiring to see how global our community of healthy aging women has become. And stay with me, because in the next few minutes I will reveal one breakfast mistake that most women over 60 make, one that could be quietly triggering fatigue, bloating, and hormone imbalance every single morning without them even noticing. The first combination that often causes trouble is fruit with yogurt, especially when eaten at breakfast. It seems light, healthy, and refreshing, but the reality is different. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that when acidic fruits like berries or citrus are mixed with dairy proteins, digestion slows dramatically. This delay allows fermentation in the gut, producing gas and bloating, while triggering a mild stress response. That stress raises cortisol, your main stress hormone, and sets the stage for mid-morning fatigue. Many women tell me they feel sleepy or sluggish by 10 o'clock, even after a healthy breakfast. The reason is not the food itself, but the pairing. The second hidden combination is protein with starchy carbohydrates, such as chicken with rice or steak with potatoes. When you were younger, your digestive system could handle it more easily. After 60, your stomach acid becomes weaker and your enzyme levels drop. Proteins require an acidic environment, while starches digest better in an alkaline one. When eaten together, neither digests properly. The result is fermentation gas and nutrient loss. Worse, this poor digestion can interfere with thyroid hormones and blood sugar balance, leaving you feeling tired after eating instead of energized. The third mistake involves coffee and iron-rich foods. Many women enjoy their coffee alongside eggs, spinach, or fortified cereals. But the polyphenols in coffee reduce iron absorption by as much as 40%. For women over 60 who are already prone to low iron and circulation issues, this habit quietly worsens fatigue, pale skin, and even cold hands or feet. A simple fix is to wait at least 1 hour after your meal before drinking coffee. That small gap allows iron to absorb fully and helps protect your energy levels throughout the day. Another pairing that many do not realize is problematic is cold smoothies taken with supplements. Blending vitamins or minerals into an icy drink may seem convenient, but cold temperature slows enzymatic activity in the stomach. Your body must warm the contents before it can begin proper digestion, which reduces nutrient absorption. This means your supplements are not fully used, no matter how high quality they are. The better approach is to take them with room temperature water or a mild herbal tea. You might be wondering why all of this matters so much after 60. The reason lies in how your hormones interact with digestion. When food lingers in the gut, it increases inflammation and signals your adrenal glands to release cortisol. Over time, these repeated small spikes in cortisol interfere with estrogen and progesterone metabolism. The result can feel like hormonal imbalance, sudden tiredness, restless sleep, low motivation, or even mild depression. Yet it all begins with what is on your plate. I have seen women reverse these symptoms simply by changing the timing of their meals. When you separate fruits and dairy, keep proteins and starches apart, and drink coffee later, you allow your digestive system to rest and recover. Within a week, energy returns. Within a month, many report fewer hot flashes, steadier moods, and lighter digestion. It is not magic, it is biology. If you are realizing that you often eat some of these combinations, do not worry. The goal is not perfection, but awareness. Every small change makes a difference. Try adjusting one meal at a time and observe how you feel. Your body will give you clear feedback. Which of these pairings do you usually have? Do you combine fruit and yogurt in the morning or drink coffee with breakfast? Share your answer in the comments. I read each one personally because your stories often inspire other women who are on the same journey. In the next part, we will explore what happens inside your body when these foods clash the scientific chain reaction that affects your hormones' energy and sleep more than most people realize. When these foods mix in ways your body can no longer handle efficiently, a silent chain reaction begins inside you. The process starts in the gut, but quickly extends to your hormones and even your brain. Poorly combined meals create fermentation and bloating, which irritate the intestinal lining. That irritation signals your adrenal glands to release cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Over time, those repeated spikes in cortisol can interfere with estrogen and progesterone balance, two hormones essential for stable mood bone strength and restful sleep. Think of it like this: every time you mix difficult food combinations, your body goes into a small stress response. It spends energy trying to correct digestion instead of supporting circulation, focus, and calmness. That is why, after certain meals, many women notice their heart racing slightly, or they feel mentally foggy or unmotivated. According to Harvard Health Publishing, this digestive stress loop can raise blood sugar, reduce thyroid efficiency, and make it harder for estrogen to do its job. The result is a tired body and a restless mind. The encouraging part is that this cycle can be reversed. The digestive system is resilient, and your hormones are responsive when given the right support. The first simple change is what I call the single focus meal. Each meal should center on one main nutrient-type protein, with vegetables, carbohydrates with fruit, or healthy fats with greens. This gives your body a clear signal and allows enzymes to work efficiently. It also prevents the energy slump that often follows a mixed heavy plate. Another adjustment that works beautifully for women over 60 is the 2-hour spacing rule. When you eat fruit, wait about 2 hours before consuming protein or dairy. This gives your stomach time to process one group fully before moving to the next. Many of my patients notice that this alone reduces bloating, improves sleep, and brings back morning energy. Your stomach's pH level needs time to rebalance between different foods, and that space allows digestion to flow naturally. Warm liquids also make a significant difference. Starting your morning with a cup of warm water with lemon supports liver detoxification, hydrates your system gently, and stimulates mild enzyme activity. It prepares your digestive tract for the day without shock or strain. If you prefer tea herbal or green tea, at room temperature works as well. Cold drinks right after waking up or right after meals often slow metabolism and lead to sluggish digestion, especially after 60. One more practical solution is mindful sequencing. Eat lighter foods, first fruit, vegetables, or soups, and save proteins or starches for later in the meal. The body digests lighter foods faster, so this simple order prevents fermentation and discomfort. It is a small change with a big effect on energy stability throughout the day. When women follow these guidelines, the difference is often noticeable within days. Skin looks clearer because inflammation decreases. Sleep improves because cortisol drops naturally. Many describe waking up with a calm, steady energy instead of fatigue or stiffness. Their clothes fit more comfortably and their mood feels balanced again. What they experience is not a miracle, it is their body returning to harmony. If this information makes sense to you, take a moment to click the like button and subscribe so you can join thousands of women learning to age healthily and confidently. It helps YouTube show this message to others who may need it too. In the next part, I will share the story of one woman who transformed her energy by changing just one breakfast habit. Her experience shows that sometimes one small shift is all it takes to restore balance and vitality after 60. Linda was 67 when she first came to see me. She had always been disciplined about her health, followed a balanced diet, and rarely skipped her morning routine. Yet by early afternoon, she felt drained. Her focus faded, and she found herself reaching for coffee just to stay alert. She assumed it was normal aging. When we reviewed her meals, I saw the same pattern I have seen in hundreds of women: a fruit and yogurt breakfast followed immediately by coffee. It looked perfect on paper. Light, nutritious, energizing, but for her body, it was the exact combination that kept her hormones in chaos. I asked Linda to try one simple change. For the next 2 weeks, she would eat warm oatmeal with chia and flax in the morning, skip the yogurt, and save her fruit for mid-morning with a glass of water or herbal tea. She could still have coffee, but at least an hour after breakfast. Nothing else in her diet changed. By the end of the first week, Linda sent me an email that said I didn't realize how tense my stomach had been until it finally relaxed. Her bloating was gone. She was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. 2 weeks later, her morning energy returned. She was walking her dog again before sunrise and said she felt lighter, calmer, and more clear-headed than she had in a decade. Her story is not unique. I have seen similar results from women who simply separated their meals, warmed their drinks, or reduced heavy food pairings. When digestion stops fighting itself, the body redirects that saved energy toward repair. Your skin looks brighter, your mind sharper, and your hormones settle naturally. It is the body's way of saying thank you. This principle of small corrections leading to big improvements applies everywhere. You do not need to eliminate entire food groups or follow strict rules. You simply need awareness and consistency. Think of your body as a finely tuned instrument. When a few notes are off, the whole melody sounds strained. Adjust them, and suddenly everything flows again. That is what mindful eating does. It brings the system back into rhythm. Many women tell me that learning to listen to their bodies changes more than just their digestion. They start feeling emotionally lighter. Their confidence returns because they no longer feel trapped in unpredictable cycles of fatigue or discomfort. They begin to trust their body again. That trust is powerful. It rebuilds motivation to move, to socialize, to live with purpose. If you have ever made one small change that led to a big difference, you know what I mean. Maybe you started drinking water earlier in the day, or stopped eating too late at night, and suddenly your sleep improved. Those are signs that your body is always communicating. It only needs you to listen. What one habit would you be willing to adjust this week to feel better? Share it in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what another woman needs to read to start her own journey. Now, in our final part, I will summarize the key lessons from today and give you a short checklist to help you remember how to combine foods wisely, protect your hormones, and maintain steady energy every day after 60. Here's what I want you to take away from everything we've talked about today. The way you combine foods after 60 can either support your hormones and energy or quietly drain them. You don't need complicated diets or expensive supplements. What matters is giving your body the right environment to do what it's naturally designed to do, restore balance. Let's make it simple. Here's your checklist to protect your hormones and energy every day. First, avoid eating fruit and yogurt together. Enjoy them at least 2 hours apart, so your stomach has time to process each one fully. Second, wait at least an hour after eating before drinking coffee, especially if your meal included iron-rich foods such as eggs, spinach, or fortified cereal. That small pause allows iron to absorb and supports healthy circulation. Third, keep starchy carbohydrates and heavy proteins in separate meals. Try having protein with vegetables for lunch and save rice or potatoes for dinner with greens instead of meat. Fourth, take supplements with room temperature water or herbal tea, not cold smoothies. This helps your stomach absorb nutrients efficiently. And finally, end each meal with a few slow breaths. It sounds simple, but it tells your nervous system that digestion, not stress, is now your body's priority. If you follow these gentle rules, you will likely feel the difference within a week. Digestion becomes smoother, energy steadier, and your mind clearer. Many women notice their sleep improving, their skin brightening, and their mood evening out. This is what it feels like when your body works with you instead of against you. You deserve that kind of balance. After 60, every small act of awareness, each mindful meal, each slower sip, each moment of calm, builds a stronger foundation for the years ahead. You are not powerless against aging. You are learning how to partner with your body's new rhythm. Which of these changes will you start with today? Type 1 will in the comments to commit to it and encourage someone else watching to do the same. If this video has helped you, remember to subscribe for more natural science-based advice for women over 60. Every week, we explore simple ways to support your hormones, circulation, and confidence. Because aging well is not about luck, it's about knowledge and care. And before we close, let me remind you, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.